Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earle, and welcome back to another episode of Earle Sports Bets. And today we have another free pick video. This in college football. Here we have the Georgia Bulldogs taking on the Texas Longhorns. The Longhorns 3-point favorites in this game, total 49.5. The Longhorns are 11-1 this year, 7-5 ATS, 4.71 ATS over under. The Georgia Bulldogs 10-2, 3-9 ATS though, 6-6 over under. Now, I will emphasize by saying this, though, Georgia has been a favorite in basically every game, other than the game they played in Austin just on October the 19th. They were 4-point dogs. They won that game outright. And now a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, short-term or same season revenge and everything like this." Is that really what we're going to be looking at in this game? Because the way I looked at this game, number one, my numbers had this game at a 1.5, not a 3. So let's get this out of the way. Give me the Georgia Bulldogs in this one. And I am someone who has bet against Georgia a lot this year. I thought they were an overvalued commodity, and it happened. They're 3-9 ATS. Why am I all of a sudden flipping the script? Because they've been favorites in all those games, though. They didn't cover last week in a 44-42 win against Georgia Tech. They were 17-point favorites. They were 42.5-point favorites against UMass. They lose by 38, or they win by 38. They did win and cover against Tennessee. That was the only times they covered as favorites this year. They were 2-point favorites against Ole Miss in Ole Miss. They lost outright. They were 14.5-point favorites against Florida. They won by 14. They were 33-point favorites against Mississippi State. They won by 10. They were 21-point favorites against Auburn. They won by 18. Get where I'm going at here? The Georgia Bulldogs are overvalued when they're a favorite. When they're a dog, the only time they were a dog this year, they won that game outright as 4-point dogs against this Texas team. I think this line's wrong, and I think the public's buying in a little bit too much on Texas here. 57% of tickets, 53% of the cash, so it's not anything crazy. But when generally the public doesn't want Georgia, that's kind of where I want Georgia. And this has been a team I've made a lot of money betting against this year as favorites. As dogs, I'm going to take a shot here. Give me the +3 here with the Georgia Bulldogs. Desperate game for them as well. If Texas loses this game, they're in the playoff regardless. Georgia loses this game, are they in the playoff? We're all of a sudden talking about a 3-loss Georgia team. And I don't know if that's enough, if their resume is enough to get them into the playoffs with 3 losses. I just don't. Because you can make the argument that South Carolina would get in above them. Alabama will get in above them. Like, you can make those arguments there. So this is a must-win game for Georgia, not as much for Texas. So the more desperate team should be Georgia in this matchup as well. So you're giving me Kirby Smart with 3 points in a big game. Yeah, they lost the SEC championship last year, and it cost them a spot in the playoff last year. I think they bounce back this year. They get the win against Texas. Give me Georgia Bulldogs +3 against Texas for a little SEC championship game action. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earle Sports Bets, or we go live, which is every single morning, anywhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. That's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching. Good luck.